What's up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with my end of the year favorites list video. Today, we're going to go over my favorite TV shows of 2024. I think you guys are going to be super shocked at my picks. So let's not hesitate. Let's get into my list. Coming in at number 12, we have the Hulu documentary, The Honorable Shine. It actually debuted last month. I thought that it was fantastic. I'm a huge fan of Shine. Little backstory, while he was in jail, I actually wrote him a letter trying to be his girlfriend. And I was in my mid to almost late 20s when this happened. Don't know if he ever got the letter, but yes, I wrote Shine, child. But this documentary was so good. It was so revealing. It was very poignant. It was very emotional. He talked about his life from the beginning, how he came to the United States, how he got in trouble with the law and stuff around New York, how he got signed and everything that happened after he got signed, the pow-powing that night in the club that led to him going to jail, trying to forgive Diddy and move forward when he got out, and all of that stuff, and where he's at now with him trying to become the prime minister, I believe, of Belize, and all of those things. It was just really insightful. If you are a lover of hip hop documentaries, Shine, this is a great documentary to watch. I'm telling you, you will go away from this feeling either differently about Shine or just a little bit wiser about how to move when it comes to people and how you have to put yourself first and not just be so trusting of others. At number 11, we have WWE SmackDown and Raw. You all know that I'm a huge fan of wrestling. I've been watching wrestling ever since I was a little girl. I go to the pay-per-view shows. I watch all the pay-per-views every month on Peacock. I cannot wait for Raw to debut on Netflix next month. It's going to be huge. I'm gearing up for the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Survivor Series just went off last month, and it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Oh my God. I'm just obsessed with wrestling, everything that has to do with wrestling. If some of my favorite wrestlers right now that's currently on the roster, of course, Randy Orton, he's from St. Louis, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. You got guys like Dominic Mysterio. He's a great heel. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, just to name a few. You know, Tiffany Stratton. It's so much good talent in the WWE right about now, and I just love everything that they got going on. The Bloodline storyline is just amazing. Of course, Roman Reigns is my boo thing. So happy for Jey Uso and all of the opportunities that he got this year. His blow up, his glow up. Just everybody over there is just rocking it, okay? And I cannot wait to see if we're going to get The Rock versus Cody at WrestleMania. It's going up. Coming in at number 10, we have the Serpent Queen, which is a stunning account of one of the most influential women ever to wear a crown, Catherine de Medici. Considered an immigrant, common and plain, de Medici marries into the 16th century French court as an orphaned teenager, expected to bring a fortune in dowry and produce many heirs. She quickly discovers that her husband is in love with an older woman, her dowry is unpaid, and she is unable to conceive. Yet, with only her intelligence and determination, she manages to keep her marriage alive and masters the blood sport that is the monarchy better than anyone else, ruling France for 50 years. I love this show. Loved it. Unfortunately, it got canceled after 2 seasons. I really feel like the writer's strike last week slowed down the momentum of this show. So when it came back, A lot of people probably didn't even know it was back or whatever, but the show was awesome. Okay, season 1 and season 2 were both fire. I loved everything about Catherine's character. She was sly, cunning, manipulative, conniving, strong, powerful. She was just an overall bad bee that you did not want to mess with. And the season finale episode of season 2 was spectacular. Oh my God, they had such a great build up for season 3. But regardless of the show being canceled, it's still a great show that I would love for you guys to check out. You can watch The Serpent Queen season 1 and season 2 on Stars. Number 9 on my list is Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. In a city bursting with fight night anticipation, streetwise hustler Gordon Chicken Man Williams plants himself at the center of the action. His big ambitions and even bigger talk put him on a collision course with ruthless criminals, each consumed by their own insatiable hunger for the spoils of the event. As dawn breaks on a city reeling from the heist, J.D. Hudson, a pioneering black detective, is thrust into a high-stakes game of cat and mouse as the body count rises. With time running out, JD and Chicken Man race against the clock to clear Chicken's name and survive the dangerous forces closing in. This limited series was spectacular. It starred the who's who of Black Hollywood. It starred Samuel L. Jackson, Kevin Hart, Don Cheadle, Taraji P. Henson, Terrence Howard, and so many more. This was based off a true story of a crime heist that went down in the 70s. The cast, the acting was spectacular. The sets, the clothing, everything was just so good, and it was a lot of twists and turns and action-packed scenes. You can watch Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist right now on Peacock, or you can watch the entire series with me over on my Patreon. I watched every episode. You get to see my live reaction, so join me over on Patreon. The link is down below in the description box. At number 8, we have Shogun. Set in Japan in the year 1600, Lord Yoshi Toranaga is fighting for his life as his enemies on the Council of Regents unite against him when a mysterious European ship is found marooned in a nearby fishing village. This show was absolutely breathtakingly beautifully filmed. Every shot, every scene was so cinematic and big for it to be a television show. Not only is it rich in history, real true history, but you get to see these samurais who are based off real life people, and the fight for power, for leadership, and all of these other things. It was so beautiful. The only drawback from Shogun is that the season finale episode, although it was beautifully written, I feel like we were deprived of a battle that I thought was coming. Now, there have been rumors that we will get a Shogun season 2, so maybe we'll get that in season 2, prayfully. But this show is phenomenal. It has been nominated for I don't know how many awards for the upcoming awards season. For Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Show, and many, many more. If you have not watched Shogun, you can watch it right now on Disney Plus, Hulu, or FX. My 7th favorite show of 2024 was The Vince Staples Show. Kind of famous and sort of rich rapper actor Vince Staples navigates the challenges of everyday life in his hometown of The Beach. Now, this show was supposed to be a limited series on Netflix, but it did so well that they actually picked it up for a season 2. This show was produced by Vince Staples and Kenya Barris. It was hilariously funny. I mean, Vince Staples is just funny, period. And just to get a glimpse into this overly dramatic, heightened version of his life was just hilarious. My favorite episode is the bank heist episode. When you get to that one, yo, it was crazy funny. It will keep you laughing out loud the whole time. I think it was a season finale episode at the family barbecue was equally as funny. This dude is just hilarious, and I'm so happy to see him have this hit television show. I cannot wait for season 2. Check out the Vince Staples show right now on Netflix. At number 6, we have Netflix hit show Supercell. In South London, a group of normal people suddenly develop superpowers, and the only apparent connection between them is that they all are black. As they deal with the impact of their powers on their daily lives, one man must bring them together. I had been waiting on this show to hit Netflix for quite some time because I had already heard about it in the trades and everything. This show did not disappoint. I love the action, the storytelling, the urban hip hop, effect to it. The characters were really great, well developed. We learned so much about each of them, and the season finale episode was everything. To see the whole group come together and be able to use their powers. It has been picked up for season 2. I cannot wait, but the only thing about it is Netflix takes so long to bring back shows. I'm already knowing we probably won't get season 2 until like 2026. I don't know why it takes so long for them to bring back shows, and I really hope that it doesn't lose its momentum like Michael B. Jordan's black comic hero show. What was that? Raising Dion. I love that show, but then when season 2 came back, I really honestly didn't care. But Supercell was really dope. Love that it's an all black superhero drama. It's so good. Check it out right now on Netflix. My number 5 pick for my favorite show of 2024 goes to The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. No, the season isn't over, but yes, these ladies have been bringing it. I've been telling anybody who will listen to tune in to The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I got my bestie Sharita watching it right now. The ladies are bringing it. This is a stellar cast. The whole entire cast is working. They are clocking in. This season is funny. It's drama filled. You have the fashion, the parties, the locales, the husbands fighting. I mean, we getting some of everything in this show. This is the best housewife show on Bravo right now. To think that Salt Lake City 2 seasons ago was the underdog, and now they are the cream of the crop. I mean, come on, come through. Bronwyn, who is a new housewife, has been bringing it all season with her fashion, with her quick wit. She knows how to read, honey. And then we have Brittany, who is a friend of, who is just a dingbat, and we love her for it. Mary Cosby is back and better than ever, and she is back as a full-time housewife. This is her breakout season. I've always loved Mary, but the world didn't really love her or get her, and this season the world really got to see who Mary Cosby really is, and she continues to bring it and outshine all of these ladies. Angie is having a stellar season. Lisa is the villain of the show. Meredith is villain number 2. Whitney and Heather are just Beavis and Butthead, Dumb and Dumber. This cast is spectacular. They don't need to change anything about this. I'm living for it. If you have not checked out The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, do yourself a favor and get into this show immediately. There should be no surprise that my number 4 favorite show of 2024 is HBO Max hit show The Penguin. This show was supposed to be a limited series as well. I'm praying that it will not be a limited series. I'm praying that Colin Farrell will come back for a season 2 because this show was spectacular from beginning to end. Every episode was dope. There was not one sleeper episode. And the fact that Colin Farrell was able to transform himself into the Penguin and be so unrecognizable. I mean, he deserves every award that he has been nominated for this award season. I need for him to win it all because he not only transformed physically with prosthetics and with a limp in his walk, but he changed his voice. You know, he's Irish. He pulled off this New York accent so smoothly. He was vicious and calculating and just everything. Like, you actually were rooting for him, even though he is not an anti-hero. He's actually the villain of the show. The Penguin, the transformation of Oz Cobb from a disfigured nobody to a noted Gotham gangster is the synopsis of the show. But I also have to give a huge shout out to the lead actress of the show, Kristen Milotti. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she played Sophia Falcone. And when I tell you, she acted her behind off. Even if he doesn't want to come back for season 2, let's get a spinoff based on Sophia. She was actually the victim in this show, and you love to hate her. Her fashion was everything. The haircut. I mean, she was a real, true bad B. Okay, loved everything about her character. She gave us vulnerability, she gave us sass, she just was everything, and she was the best counterpart for Colin Farrell as the Penguin. This show was so good. I even got my son to watch it with me. We looked forward to every episode on Sunday nights. This show was spectacular. Check it out right now on HBO Max. My third favorite show of 2024 is Special Ops Lioness. As the CIA's fight against terror moves closer to home, Joe, Caitlin, and Byron enlist a new Lioness operative. Joe is forced to confront the personal sacrifices she has made as the leader of the Lioness program. This show stars Zoe Saldana as Joe. It also stars Nicole Kidman as Caitlin. Morgan Freeman is on this show, and many, many more. Season 1 was fantastic. I loved it. But let me tell y'all something. Season 2 was that girl. Okay. Every episode had me on the edge of my seats. They upped the ante with the action scenes. I mean, Zoe Saldana gets out there in the field with the team that she leads. And I love with this show how they see this powerful woman of color be in this high profile position in the army, where she runs these group of just rogue operatives or whatever, and balance that career and her home life, where she's married to a very successful surgeon. They have 2 daughters, and it's a balance for her to struggle with her job, which she loves, saving the country, keeping that part of her life a secret from her family, because it's only but so much she can let them know, missing out on key moments with her husband and her daughters. I love the juxtaposition of the whole thing. This is a Taylor Sheridan show. He's one of my favorite TV show creators and writers. This show is phenomenal. Okay, I can't speak any more highly of it. If you have not watched it, check it out right now on Paramount Plus. Season 1 and season 2 are up right now. My number 2 pick goes to Peacock's The Traitors. 20 of America's most cunning celebrity contestants play the ultimate murder mystery game, hosted by award-winning actor Alan Cumming at an ancient castle in Scotland. They will work together on exhilarating missions to build a prize fund worth up to $250,000. But hidden amongst the faithful contestants are the traitors, whose goal is to eliminate the faithful and claim the prize for themselves. Under the cover of darkness, the traitors will murder the faithful one by one in a treacherous spree, while the players try to uncover the traitors and banish them from the game. If the faithful contestants banish all the traitors, they will share the prize fund. But if a traitor makes it to the end, they will steal all the money. Now, during season 1 of The Traitors, the show consisted of celebrities and just everyday regular folks. And season 1 was good, but it really didn't catch me like season 2 did, because season 2, they had nothing but celebrities. And that switch up took this show to new heights. The Traitors was the talk of the town in the first half of this year. This show had me on the edge of my seat every week, waiting for a new episode to see what was going to happen. The cast was spectacular. You had celebrities such as Phaedra Parks, CT from The Challenge, Sheree Whitfield, Mercedes MJ from Shaws of Sunset, Dan Giesling, one of the best players, if not the best player to ever play Big Brother, Deontay Wilder, who is a boxer, Janelle from Big Brother, who is one of my faves, Johnny Bananas from The Challenge, Larsa Pippen, Marcus Jordan, Maxim Chmerkovskiy from Dancing with the Stars, and so many more people. Season 2 was funny, suspenseful, backstabbing, the lies. It was just so good. And I could not wait every week for them to go into the boardroom or whatever you want to call their room and call each other out and see who was on to who was a traitor and who wasn't. I mean, it was just great. The challenges were good. It was funny. I love Alan Cummins as the host. I am on pins and needles for season 3, which begins next month. Yes, so you have the opportunity right now to get caught up. You don't actually have to watch season 1 and 2, but I would suggest you do, especially season 2, since it was so great. I will be tuning in to the Tretas season 3. Check out the first 2 seasons right now on Peacock. And while you're over there, check out my film, Paper Heart, as well. Before I reveal my number 1 favorite show of 2024, I have to give an honorable mention to Yellowstone season 5. Yellowstone has been one of my favorite shows for the last few years. I was thoroughly looking forward to what was supposed to be this season's series finale, but it looks like we might be getting a season 6. We're for sure getting a spinoff for Beth and Rip's characters, but I felt like the second half of season 5 was a little bit shaky in the beginning. I was trying to figure out where Taylor Sheridan was going with it, but I feel like he wrapped everything up in a nice, clean, tied bow for the season finale episode. It was done spectacularly well. Gotta give a shout out to the actress that plays Beth Dutton, Kelly Riley. She acted her ass off, okay, and she deserves her spinoff show, as well as her partner in crime, Rip Wheeler, played by Cole Hauser, who just is a stand-up man, the ultimate cowboy, the ultimate bad boy on the show. He has a heart of gold, morals and principles. I love everything about Yellowstone. So sad though that they couldn't work it out for Kevin Costner to come back to wrap up the show, but it is what it is at this point. But Yellowstone made its impact, one of the highest viewed television shows in history. They did the damn thing. Taylor Sheridan is a beast with writing and creating wonderful works of art in television. I would love to work with him one day. Watch Yellowstone if you have not. You can catch up on all 5 seasons on Peacock. And my number 1 show of 2024 goes to Love Island USA. Yes, Love Island. This group of 20-something, early 30-something year olds came, they saw, and they conquered. Let me tell you something. I have not missed 1 season of Love Island USA. And I will actually say that seasons 3, 4, and 5 were spectacular seasons. But season 6, oh, they got down. They got down, okay? They got down. They put together the perfect group of people in this house in the middle of nowhere on this tropical island. The fact that they had Ariana from Vanderpump Rules come and be the host of the show was a smart and fantastic idea, because then you get the Vanderpump Rules audience that came over to the show, which gave it even more exposure. Love Island was talked about all summer, okay? And this was the first season the top 3 couples actually were able to transition their place on the show to promotional gigs outside of the show. Love Island UK is one of the biggest shows over in the UK, and the contestants over there come out of it getting brand deals with Pretty Little Things and all of these other stores like Boohoo and all of these other things or whatever. They're going to red carpet shows. We didn't really have that during Love Island USA for seasons 1 through season 5, but season 6, oh, the top 3 couples have come out. They have done commercials. They have had ad campaigns, brand deals, YouTube channels, going to movie premieres. I mean, they have blown up. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it for you if you have not watched it to see who the winners are, but this season was so good. It was scandalous. You had people getting cussed out, you had people cheating, lying, backstabbing. There was a bunch of funny moments. I love PPG who came together. I mean, it was just so good. It took you on a roller coaster ride, let me tell you. So if you have not watched Love Island, if you're not a big fan of reality television or reality competition shows, this is the one that you need to tune into because it is that good. I even got my bestie Lo to start watching it and she was hooked. Okay, you can catch up on seasons 1 through 6 right now on Peacock. Okay, T Squad, that is the end of my list. Are you guys shocked by any of my favorite shows of 2024? Let me know down below if you've watched any of these or if you're going to check out any of these, and let me know what were your favorite shows of 2024. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop, and also share this video so others can get into these fabulous shows. I love you guys and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.